Hi guys, it's What's 95 and I've just woken up. Why did I choose to do this video this time? But anyway, if I'm like groggy, if I sound shitty or anything, then you know why. Yesterday I went and saw Mad Max. Today is the 15th. Mad Max opened yesterday, Mad Max Fury Road that is. Yeah, and I went and saw it. So yeah, this is my review. I'll try and keep spoilers out of it, but I probably will get into spoilers, so you have been warned. Okay, so what do I say about this movie? It is absolutely amazing. Basically, if you're a fan of action movies, you have to see this. You cannot miss it. This is a classic action movie. I think it's probably one of the best action movies I've ever seen. I said to my dad yesterday, he said, how was it? I said, in the last 15 years, it's probably the best action movie. And he said, oh, what, since The Matrix? And I said, yeah, probably. And, you know, I went and watched Avengers Age of Ultron the other week, and I quite liked it. Comparing the two movies together, if this is Avengers and this is Mad Max, then it's just, you can't even see Avengers in the picture. Mad Max is a brilliant movie. Where Avengers and other action films get caught up is the story. Mad Max just says, we don't give a shit. There is a story there, and it's okay, but they don't concentrate on it a lot. It's very simple, it's easy to understand, and all the complicated things that happen in the movie and that you see in the movie aren't explained. It's just like, it's there, and that's the background to this massive action movie. The movie is basically a chase movie. It's kind of a chase road trip movie. You've got Mad Max gets captured at the very beginning. I mean, the first trailer, you see him squish the lizard, and then his car gets blown up, and then you see him getting the tattoo on his back. That is the same. That's the opening scene. So that's not a spoiler. He gets captured, and the tattoos that you see on his back are his date. I think it's his date of birth. I can't quite remember, but it's got his blood type, O negative. So basically, he gets set up as a bloodbath for a driver of the main villain, Immortan Joe. And so this is why he's out on the road. They're basically chasing after Charlize Theron's character, Furiosa, and he's on the front of the car with the muzzle because he's providing blood for Nicholas Holt's character, who is one of the drivers, who is called Nux? Flux? Something like that. Nux. N-U-X. Nux. Nux. I don't know how to pronounce it. But yeah, that's how he's set up, and then you get these insane car chases, insane set pieces, everything. And the thing that I went into this movie knowing was that everything was pretty much practical effects in terms of the stunts and everything. And you can see that that is true. The one time that I saw CG was at the very, very end of the movie. And that's when you see a shot of Charlize Theron, like, lifting up into the sky. And because she's got one arm missing, you kind of see the arm is CG. That is the one time I noticed CG in this movie. That's how little they used of the CG, I guess. But yeah, this movie is insanely beautiful to look at. I mean, it's shot in Australia, I believe. Most of the characters are Australian. So yeah, that's the setting for the original Mad Max, which I haven't seen, by the way. That's the setting for the original, the same setting here. Incredibly beautiful to watch. The best shot of the movie is the sandstorm. They drive into a massive sandstorm, and there's like, it's a sandstorm, but there's also lightning and hurricanes of sand going off in this massive cloud, which is insane. And the best shot of the movie is the camera pulling back on the whole on the rig, the big rig that Charlize Theron's driving, and the rest of the cars that are chasing her. As they're about to drive into it, the camera just pulls back and you see them, they're tiny little cars, and there's a massive storm. It is beautiful. But yeah, it is insanely beautiful to look at. Everyone, all of the actors were really, really good. And it was really funny as well. There's one moment where a character gets blinded, and he just goes off and like starts spewing out some lines and starts shooting randomly. Also, he is in the coolest car of the movie, which is a Ford Mustang body, and then tank tracks. I'll see if I can find a picture of that because that is brilliant. The stunts, the practical effects, everything is really good. The only nitpicky things I have, and these are my negatives, they're nitpicky, they're not big, is the accents, especially Tom Hardy's. You can't tell where he's from. He kind of does his Bane accent, he kind of does an Australian accent, and he kind of does a German accent. It's really weird. I think he was supposed to be Australian, but who knows? The one other thing that I didn't like was that at times the movie was too loud. It wasn't like hurting your ears loud, but there was just too much sound going on. Like, if you've seen the trailers, then you know that there's this guy on like he's like attached to one of the cars, and he's playing the electric guitar, and you can hear his music pretty much throughout the whole movie. And that is awesome. But then, at times, he's playing the electric guitar. They've got music on top of that. And then they've got either more music or explosions going on top of that. And at times, it was a little too much. But overall, the sound was awesome. And the one other thing that I didn't like, which was cool at first, but at some points it was weird. They did this thing where they had the footage and they basically sped up the footage. I don't know if anyone else has seen this, but there are like 2 or 3 scenes in the movie where everything's going at like 2 times speed. It's like he'll be running, but instead of him running like this, he'll be like this. And the whole thing is going fast. And at first I found it really cool, but then it got a bit weird, and it was like, why is this in the movie? It doesn't really fit. But overall, there's nothing. So yeah, guys, that is all I've got to say. I haven't really talked about spoilers too much. But yeah, if you're an action fan, I would definitely recommend this to you. I would give it probably a 9 out of 10. It was a pretty flawless movie. I really loved it, and I can't wait to go and see it again. Well, no, not in the cinema, but definitely when it comes out on Blu-ray, I'll be picking it up. But you should go and watch it in the cinema. I'm not sure about 3D. I went and saw it in 2D. I think 3D would be cool, but it's not too big a deal. It's a spectacle for the cinema, but you'll love it wherever you watch it. So thank you for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and go watch Mad Max Fury Road.